Hi guys, welcome back to the 7th episode of our Australia vs England cricket game. I think we're doing bad so far because we're 3 for 65 after 5 and 5.1 overs. But I think we're doing well in runs but not wickets. We should be 0 for 65. But it's fine. Michael Hussey's on 33. Ben Laughlin's on 9. So let's continue the game.
Left-hand, right-hand opening partnerships can be difficult to bowl at, can't they, Ian?
Yes, I hated those teams that had the right and left-handed opening pair coming in at the top of the innings for them, because if they were very good at rotating the strike, picking up singles, it means that almost
He found the gap with precision.
that wasn't too bad a ball, really. It was just a super shot.
Let's look at that again. That's gone many a mile.
Cracking shot. He hit right through it and it disappeared out at the ground.
Yeah.
Getting too hot.
The batsman was in quite a bit of trouble with that delivery.
Doors should be open. Bedrooms are getting too hot. Roll that.
Brilliant catch.
He didn't really seem to have too many problems out there once he got his eye in, so he'll be disappointed to get out now.
That's a disastrously expensive over. New batsman in, and absolute concentration required now. That's out of the ground.
Seeing the ball sail over the fence is the worst sight in cricket for a bowler.
Not looking to ask too many questions of the batsman with this field. He sent him back. Another run onto the scoreboard. No runs off that delivery. That's a big hit. It's 6.
He got everything right there, and he was rewarded with 6 runs.
How important is physical fitness to a fast bowler, Ian?
For any fast bowler, fitness is the key. It's a very demanding art form. It's explosive. Most fast bowlers running from a long way, and there's a lot of dynamism in their bowling action. So they've got to be strong, they've got to be fit, they've got to be able to bowl 3 or 4 spells a day, and those spells don't consist of maybe 3 or 4 overs, they consist of maybe 5, 6, 7 overs. It helps to keep the pressure on the batsman, and any batsman will tell you the most lethal weapon for any fielding team is the express fast bowler.
Very expensive over indeed. Great catch.
He'll be kicking himself about that dismissal. He really didn't play that ball very well.
The new batsman's in, and he has an enormous amount of pressure on him out there. Another single onto the total. They're making changes to their field placement to see if that can buy them a wicket. Another dot ball. They're looking to put the pressure on now with this attacking field. Out, caught.
Great catch. That must have stung his hands coming down from that height.
Let's take another look at that in replay. So, new batsman on strike. No run taken off that ball. We're going to have our own change here in the commentary box now. Joining me is Tony Gregg.
Thanks, Jonathan, and good morning, everyone.
That's gone many a mile.
That really does get the bowlers back up. No bowler likes being hit for six.
Cookie to start a new over. Hooking the ball can be a very risky business, Tony. How important is it to be able to play the shot well?
Playing the hook shot is an interesting one. It could be described as risky, but it can also be described as one of the most pleasing shots of all if executed well. There's nothing nicer than to hook a fast bowler for four, especially if you manage to get the shot right. But I think that you should try to play the hook and pull shot, because if you perfect it, there are plenty of runs to be made in that area. In fact, I'd go further. There's no point in eliminating any shot. You've got to try them all, and then depending on your personal view of how you're going, you're then going to make a stance in respect of how you're going to select your shots. And if you don't feel confident with the hook, well then don't play it.
That's out of the ground.
He got everything absolutely right there and was rewarded with 6 runs.
Let's look at that again. Still persevering with quite defensive fields out there. Another run onto the scoreboard. That's a big hit. It's 6.
The bowler will definitely be out for some revenge after that one.
Well, the bowler will be glad that's over. It's a hugely expensive over. No runs off that delivery.
got a great pair of hands.
Let's have a look at that again. New batsman in, and absolute concentration required now. Do you think pitches have improved since you were playing international cricket, Tony?
Yes, I think that there certainly are pitches that have improved quite dramatically since I was playing. Mind you, there are also quite a lot that have become pretty dead and definitely haven't improved. So it's a little hard to be general about pitches. One thing I do know, and that is that groundsmen around the world do know very clearly what the ICC considers to be a good pitch, and that is one which has some bounce, it has some carry, and it also is not so good that it doesn't break up. There needs to be some wear and tear, so that while the fast bowlers might take advantage of the bounce and the speed in the beginning, we want slow bowlers also to have a bit of a go at the back end of the match, and we don't want it to be totally orientated to the bowlers. In the middle of the match, of course, you will find that the batsman will dominate a little bit. So there needs to be something in a good pitch for everybody.